Hello everybody. Today I'd like to show you how I made the gear lever for the home cockpit, and let's start with the components. So the first components are, of course, is the main support block, which is made out of two aluminum sheets. The thickness is 3 millimeter, and you have a central axis, which is the turning axis of the lever, and of course you have the well-known cuts here for gear up, neutral position, and gear down. The electronic is quite simple. I put in two micro switches. One is here and the other one is here, and if the lever is moving inside, he will push the contacts and send the signal to the simulator. Here I made some very small part to have a nice way of connecting these signals. Okay, so I think this is the part which everybody knows of you. Now let's talk about the shafts. The gear lever which I did is made out of two shafts. One is the outer shaft and one is the inner shaft. So you can see a lot of cuts here, and I will explain the function of these cuts right now. And before I do that, I will assemble the lever just to give you a very easy idea how it's working. But before I do this, maybe some detailed information. The lever has full functionality. This means also I included this lock override function. So I have this small trigger here. This will come here, and the pressure is provided by this spring, which will be inserted into the inner shaft like this. It will go here, and here inside is a small thread. You cannot see it, but here is an M10 thread, and so I can screw in this kind of you can take any screw, whatever, and this will provide the power which will turn back the lever system. Okay, now I will assemble it. So first step of assembly has been finished. The inner shaft has been inserted into the outer shaft, and I just screwed I just put on this lock override trigger, and if I move it, you already can see the movement of the inner shaft. Okay, let's continue the assembly. Now I inserted the outer and the inner shaft assembly into the holder, and now the spring is not inserted at the moment, but I would like you to explain you the function. So first one, of course, is the normal function. If I pull the lever, I can turn it. I inserted two small messing, bronze, whatever you call it in English, two small turn parts here. Sorry for the autofocus, the handy is not working good. So, but anyhow, so I have some bronze parts here inside which provide some reduced friction. Okay, so this is the first function, and of course I explained I have the override function. So, and this is the inner shaft. Now if I pull the trigger, the inner shaft is moving, and therefore I have this lock override. So let's put it back, and of course main outer shaft is pulled and inner shaft is pulled. Good. Let's insert the spring and complete the assembly. The spring is inserted into the inner shaft, and the spring force is, sorry for that, the spring force is, if I put in the spring, so it will be pushed against this screw, and here on the other side I have this M10. I have this M10 bar, and yeah, it's working pretty good, but let's see. Okay, now I just put in the spring, and I screwed in this threaded bar, the M10 bar, just to provide some pressure, and now the gear lever has full functionality. So I just take this off. I just have not attached to it in a proper way, but anyhow. So first function is you pull the lever, yeah, so, and you can turn it, yeah, so this would be the normal operation mode. But in case of any unexpected problems in your home cockpit, you can have this override function, and you are able to move the lever into the positions. So some words about the material costs. I think I spent approximately maybe 100 euro. Most of the money was for the aluminum raw material. It took me about 1 week, maybe 2 weeks. Only for this part I needed a complete evening. I used 25mm aluminum bar. I put it on the lathe. I turned it from the inside so that it can fit here on the outer shaft. Unfortunately, I turned it a little bit too big, so it has some play, but anyhow, when it's attached to it, I will put some tape beneath it, and then just some screws, and it will be fixed nice. And then this one has, and here this cut has been milled on the CNC machine, and this is made out of plexiglass. Okay, my friends, so this is the gear lever. The next step will be the painting, so the black color, and for the lock override lever trigger, some red color, and then it will be installed in my MIP version 2, which I'm currently working on. I made a new version of it. The old one was not so good. The major improvements is I used MDF material for that one. The original one just had some Pressspan, just some scrap material, which was not good. And I made some holders for the monitors as well. So I expect a lot of more stability for this MIP now. Okay, my friends, that's it for the moment, and thanks for watching. Have a nice time and goodbye.